Good morning. My name is Tamika Seaton, Executive Consultant at Grow Your Nonprofit. Welcome to another edition of my segment where I teach nonprofits how to be profitable and raise more money on Lead Pits Live. Grow Your Nonprofit helps startups, small and stagnant nonprofits grow through fundraising strategies, strategic planning, implementation, and monthly executive support. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the sponsors of my segment. Hodges University with campus in Fort Myers. Stay near, go far. They change lives for the better. Trinity Life Foundation Naples, founded on the principle of making a difference in at-risk minority youth in Collier County. Vax Truth, a nonprofit founded by Wellness Ministry of Emmanuel's Community, funded by the CDC to reduce the health disparities in the Black and Brown community regarding COVID-19. And last, AVID, that stands for the Association of Haitians Living Abroad for the Development. The organization was founded to empower Haitian immigrants through resources in the community, financial literacy, and education. Today, I'm announcing some very exciting news for Grow Your Nonprofit. I would like to introduce you today to Grow Your Nonprofit's new Business Development Director, Myrtle October.
Hi.
Hi, Myrtle, welcome.
Hello.
So, Myrtle, let's start by welcoming you aboard to Grow Your Nonprofit. We're so excited to have you.
Me too.
So let's start with you telling us a little bit about your background in education.
Okay. So I received my bachelor's in human services at Phoenix, University of Phoenix. And then I went on to grad school for my master's in public administration. And at different times, I got my certification in management. So nonprofit management as well as human service management, which delved into human resources and all of those different pieces that go with building a business, building nonprofits, and allowing entrepreneurial growth in companies.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about what you do as the new business development director.
Well, I help to foster entrepreneurial growth, big part of it, bringing in sales and working with the clients to build. Working with GYN mainly to build their brand, but also to help our clients to build their brand and foster like the business side of things, making sure that they're getting viewed more, being able to help them to scale and to operate their business.
So far we've been working together for about a month, and boy, we've accomplished so much. We've been able to consistently roll out our monthly e-newsletter, reorganize some of the branding, make it more clear, concise, and really beautiful. I'm also excited that you also bring on a different element to Grow Your Nonprofit. That's nonprofits, oftentimes they're small and they're not able to offer benefits to their employees because it's very expensive. So we're proud to have partnered with agencies to offer not only health insurance, but you are also licensed. Can you kind of expound upon what you're able to offer Grow Your Nonprofits or nonprofits in general through your in licensing?
Definitely, that's a big one. So my 215 license allows me to sell whole life, terms, and also annuities and variables. So what we're going to be offering to Grow Your Nonprofits is supplemental health, life, and whole life insurance policies. This allows people to be able to get something that's permanent, something portable, so that way they're not stuck with, if they're working with a company or they feel like they can't really afford it, it really is an inexpensive way to just begin having something to hold on to and to have for your future.
So how would that work? Say someone reaches out to you and say, well, I'm interested in learning more. So this is not something necessarily that their employer is offering, but we could sort of work with them to figure it out. So we talk about it being inexpensive. Can you give an example of how you would go by pricing, say, a term life policy versus a whole life policy, and what would be the benefit of someone having that?
Okay, so whole life, everyone knows it's a little bit more expensive, and the reason why is because it does go for your whole life. It's you age out at 100, and then all of whatever money is accrued and whatever you've been paying for, it comes back to you if you live to be 100. When it comes to term, it's exactly what it says. It's term. So it ends either in 10 years at age 65, but it is cheaper. So a lot of people like to do that. Only the difference with whole life and term is that term does not accrue value in 3 years. It basically doesn't really do that. So a lot of people like the whole life because it's like having your own bank account in a sense.
Wow, interesting. And tell us about the different supplemental policies or insurances that employees of nonprofits could tap into.
So I can work with companies who want to make sure they employ their people, and we could work it out where they're the policy. They can be, so their employees would be the policy owner, but the policy payer could be the employee, so we could do that if someone was interested in that. But when it comes to the supplemental health, we got critical illness, cancer, hospital indemnity. We have accidental death and dismemberment, which is also an A71, which can be a living or death benefit. A lot of these policies, you don't have to die to receive any money from them. Like
that's very important.
It is important because a lot of people think, well, you got to die to receive something. No. So cancer policy, if you get cancer of any kind, we will hand you $50,000 just for having a diagnosis from a doctor. Critical illness, I love this one because at any critical illness, heart attack, liver, kidney, we hand you a check for every illness that happens while you are under that policy. And so it can happen 10 times and you'd still get paid every time.
Yeah.
Not so with the cancer policy, but
that's very important because we know COVID-19 has really taught us a lot, especially working in the service industry, not being able to go to work. So having certain policies as life arises is very important. Well, that's my time. Thank you for tuning in. And a special thank you again for Myrtle for joining us today and sharing more of your knowledge and experience with us. We can't wait for you to start working with Grow Your Nonprofit's clients. Are you a startup, small or stagnant nonprofit and want to be profitable and raise more money? Call me today for your free 30-minute consultation at 239-293-2009 or visit my website, growyournonprofit.com. Stay tuned and we'll be back with more Lee Pitts Live.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello everybody, this is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show, and if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live and there you go.